Hi, St. Pius. Welcome to Friday, April 3rd. This is our art activity number 15. And today's activity is most appropriate for 3rd through 8th grade. Kindergarten through 2nd, I think you could still do it, but I think you'll just need a little bit of help to do it. I found this on Facebook. One of my friends posted it, and she posted it from a Facebook page called A Girl and a Glue Gun. So it's some other crafter who does these kind of things. And I liked it so much that I wanted to share it with you. So what you need today is paper. Heavier paper is better. Paper, glue, Elmer's glue, and table salt. Regular table salt, like a container of table salt, or even the salt you have in your salt containers. But listen, if you're running out of salt, or if your parents don't want you to use the salt, don't do it. You have to try something else. Ask your parents first for the salt, okay? It's gonna be messy. We're on a workbench in my garage, so I'm not worried about the surface, but you might wanna have like a cookie tray underneath you to catch this and to prevent the mess from getting everywhere. So this is what you wanna do. Oh, you also want paint or markers to color in afterward. And this is not gonna be able to be done in this time period right here of this video. It's gonna take probably 2 days or a whole day, and we'll explain. So what you want to do first, take your paper. Heavier paper is better, but I'm just using regular computer paper. And you take your Elmer's glue, your white glue, and you're going to draw with the glue on your paper. Any kind of shapes, any kind of picture. If you want to draw with the pencil first and then go over it with the glue, you can do that. Brenna here is going to just start drawing. She just wants to draw. What are you going to draw?
A heart.
A heart. So you want to draw with the glue. Go ahead. You do not want a lot of glue. If you put a whole like lake of glue or a mountain of glue, it is going to take a long time to dry. So put the glue on. You've outlined it. You probably want to fill it in. All right. See how there's a whole bunch of glue there? Put the glue down, and then with the tip, without squeezing any more out, use the tip to spread the glue around. Okay. And then you can put a little more over there. Put a little more of it, yep. And then spread it, yes. Okay. So now you want to sprinkle the salt on. All right. It's just like sprinkling glitter on. You're sprinkling the salt over your glue so the glue catches it. And this is an important part according to A Girl and a Glue Gun. You have to shake off the extra salt, because if you let it, the salt kind of puffs out. And if you have little fine designs, like maybe a little arrow coming out of your heart, that could get really puffy and it kind of disappears. So take a bowl, or if you have your cookie tray, shake off the salt into the bowl or cookie tray. And if you shake it off in a bowl or cookie tray, you can always reuse that salt for another painting, right? Not reuse the salt to eat. Don't do that. All right. So now you have the glue and the salt on the page. You have to set this aside to dry. And this takes a long time. I set mine aside to dry overnight. So you can see that the salt looks a little wet. This is what it looks like wet. And when it dries overnight, it looks like this. It's like a bright white, back to a bright white salt color. All right. So now, after you let it dry overnight, now is the time to try to paint it or use marker on it. So Brenna and I, we haven't done this yet, so this is like our test moment here on the video. Take a paintbrush, Brenna. Okay. So we're gonna get some paint on our brush and a lot of water, and I'm just gonna touch it to a lot of water on that brush. You can actually get more water if you want from your water bowl. I'm going to touch it on. Oh, do you see, are you zooming in? Can you see that? You can see how the color spreads through the salt. And if you use different colors, sorry, my arm's in the way. It makes kind of a tie-dye pattern if you try to do that. What do you think, Brenna? You like it? I kind of like it a lot. And the colors kind of blend together using a lot of water, because using a lot of water helps it to really get the whole salt area wet. So I'm going to try to do it with marker too. So if you do not have paint, let's see what happens with marker. I'm going to spray a corner of my sunshine. No, I'm going to do the cross. I'm going to spray a little corner of the cross and make it wet, and then put my marker down. I would say marker is not as spreadable as the paint, but I have a skinny marker. And if you have fat markers, maybe that will make all the difference. Here, give me one of these. I also have dry markers. So if you don't have paint, try it with markers, and maybe you can show me how it turned out for you. But that is the project. It's called a salt painting, and I love it. I love how the salt spreads through how the paint spreads through the salt and makes it kind of like a tie-dye effect. I really like it. All right. Let me see what you did. That should be, I think that would be a lot of fun, and it's good for the weekend because, like I said, I let mine dry overnight, and you can try to do the painting tomorrow. And I wanted to tell you one more thing. That those of you who love Captain Underpants and all the stories that Dave Pilkey, that author, illustrator, all the stories that he loves to write and draw, he has videos now on the Library of Congress website, which is loc.gov. Every Friday they come out with a new Dave Pilkey video for drawing his characters. Like the dog, Captain Underpants. I can't even remember all the characters he draws. So I think those would be a lot of fun to watch. But tomorrow we will have Brenna's heart dry and we will paint her heart. Want to do one more last look at the bird? And if you go to the website or to the Facebook page, A Girl and a Glue Gun, and I suspect she might have a website too, you'll probably be able to see this, the way she does it too. All right, St. Pius, have a wonderful weekend. See you next week.